mastermind behind the mic. Give me what you like, never think about it twice. Coming with the real facts, and that's for real. Along with special guests, you know the deal. Label as the podcast, I stand on it. I'm all about my grind, cause my grind I be on it. That's what it's all about. When you're trying to be successful, you know what I'm saying? The Solo Show, yeah. Back in the building, y'all. That's right. Episode 26 of the Solo Show with yours truly, the mastermind behind the mic, the podcast Unc. Back at it again. Hope everybody's been having a great week. Christmas holidays is coming up. I know everybody's gonna be doing a lot of eating and all. Of course, you know, I've been doing it a little bit. I've gotten a lot better, but Christmas is here, and I know we're gonna be doing a lot of that stuff. So I got a special guest in the building today. This guy's a fitness trainer. Man, this guy has worked with a number of people. He worked with some people I know personally and still working with them. My man Marvin Williams, got him in the building. We're going to talk fitness today, y'all. So I'm fixing to bring him on. What's up, my brother? Come on in here.
How you doing? How you doing, Jock?
Hey, round of applause, man. Yeah, man. Glad to have you in, bro. Man, you know, Christmas is coming up, of course, and we had Thanksgiving.
Right.
You know, it's been a lot of eating and all.
Yeah.
I think I might have. I've lost some. I've given away some clothes. I talked about that on my last episode. I've given away some clothes and all. Dropped the size. But you know, my thing is, when I was used to work out a lot. I used to work out a lot, and I kind of got away from it. Things got in the way of it and all. And you know, I've been really thinking about getting back into it like I used to. That's where I want to go. So why not bring somebody on that's an expert at working out and fitness and all, and especially the nutritional side, because we tend to put things in our bodies that that are not good, and
That's
I
true.
tend to do that from time to time myself. And I'm getting older now. I'm fixing to be 50 years old at the end of the month, and I'm looking at all those things. So, uh, what other way to bring someone on like you to talk about that, and some ways of trying to better myself, and of course the listeners and the viewers. This will help educate them on the importance of fitness. So, with that being said, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Well, like you said before, my name is Marvin Williams. The name of my program and the name of my training program, LLC. And I also partner with this other company called A. So we both partner together to make my program successful. And man, and I have a pretty decent, pretty variety in my background, pretty much. My background is music, really performing, man. As a child, man, I was that child that my parents whole crowd or in front of the people, and you know, either do the Michael Jackson, my age now, but I was that performer. I was always performing from elementary all the way to school, and I went to I graduated from Murrah High in 1992. I was and I basically played trumpet all the way through my school years or junior high. From my day, we call it junior high. From junior high through high school, and the business, and that was a stucco mason craft. So when I graduated from high school, and that really shaped me in this mind that I have today, because I eventually I had I still have it, but it's not. It's like one of my side hustles. Like the training now is on the forefront, right? But my background, I'm stucco mason. I was into the music, dance, any kind of performing, little acting, man. I got into show business in the early 2090s. I got into show business, modeling, doing
Okay.
a couple of movies. So I
Yeah. That's what's
got
up.
into show business, and around 1998, I got serious about fitness, and I became a bodybuilder. I started
Okay.
competing ever since then, off and on, ever since
Yeah.
then. But
Yeah.
as these, um, I was always into fitness. I was always into exercise, muscles. So the
Yeah.
superhero,
Yeah.
man,
There you.
I wanted to be
Yeah.
that superhero body as a young Marvin or adolescent Marvin. No, I'm gonna have a body of like a superhero. Or I wanted to get into the fitness. When I got into the family business, like I said, I learned a lot about a company, basically how to be a good leader. And you got to have patience, you got to have discipline, you got to have focus, and then you got to have enough. You got to be able to be. You got to be teachable. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You
Yeah.
have to really self and pay attention. And my dad used to tell me all the time, you don't know anything when you're around a teacher. He don't care what you already know. They just want to teach close and listen, and you will learn everything you need to know. And they'll teach you. You go in there talking and trying to tell how much you know, and
Yeah.
over talking to tell you usually interrupts the flow. And most teachers will hold back on it. You really won't have a chance to get that information from that teacher if you're doing or you're trying to show how much you know. So I learned a lot of my mindset from being a craftsman. And about 2001, training other people. So my background, man, really is extending on a lot of different things. I
Yeah.
love to do a lot of different things. So that's basically my background. I currently stay in Brandon, and my headquarters and my gym is out in Madison, Glustack
Okay.
Fitness. If
Yeah.
you're in the area, come by and see me. You can look it up. We on the internet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We definitely gonna get into that a little bit later on too about your location and all. Uh,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about some of your experiences, man. A little bit more of your experiences in personal training. Because at one point I thought about getting into that when I was really into fitness and working out a lot. I was like, you know what? I want to get into doing that, but I wanted to make sure that I was at that. My body looks pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? To be talking about training
Right.
somebody because
Right.
it doesn't look right. I'm going to train somebody and I'm looking, out of shape. So,
Right.
but
Right.
but when I was into it really heavy, I really was thinking about going that route. I know a couple of people personally that I worked out with that's kind of gone on doing their thing with it. So, uh,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, but I know you train quite a few people. I've said it earlier that I know some people personally. I said I wasn't
Right.
gonna mention their name because I teased them about it. I teased them about it the other day. I was
Right.
like, "Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna get him to get on you on the show." But I said, "No." I was teasing them about it. But some of your experiences, man, in this personal in your field, man, of personal training. Give us a little bit more in depth on your personal training, your training routines, and how you go about it with your clients and all.
Basically, my experience with training, man, and I'm a people person. And,
Mhm,
and sometimes I have trainers with certifications and college degrees. They come to me for
mhm,
advice because it's a
mhm,
difference to know the stuff than to put it into work. A doctor who's studying to be a doctor, they go to the hospital and do their residency. So the hospital flows. So you know how to joke with your clients. You know filing, what if all things that other trainers, they come to me to learn. And one thing I let them know is medicine. And if you know what that means, basically you have, because you have different personalities, you have different people. I always wanted to be versatile so I could open my market. Children as young as 5 years old, I train teenagers, I train middle of senior citizens. So over the years, I've studied and got certification that would shape me, so I'll be prepared for any person or any personality that a person might have, or if a person recovering from some type of ailment, some type of, basically, man, my experience in it, man, and I have as much fun as possible, especially now. My experience is great because once you see that person blossom, or you see the person grow, and it's old. And it just goes on and on and on. Man, I'm at the point now where options are the same family. So my experience is great. I mean, my experiences are great, situations, and a lot of times there's more than one situation going on over here that's struggling from something, and then you have another client that's struggling from that. Real quick on how to manage the floor or manage coach, being a good trainer. And that's basically my experience, man, and engaging with the connecting with them.
Now, just say if I were to come to the facility and want to join, tell us a little bit about the consultations and all, about,
Right. Is it's just like when you go to the doctor and you say, look, I'm sick. The doctor's examination. And basically a consultation is similar to that. We're going to do a fitness exam on you, or a fitness test. And then, it's also, it all forward with the client. Talk about their goals. Talk about some of the experiences, have an athletic background. So the consultation really gives you a how can I treat, or how can I apply this program to this individual, or based on what I've seen in the consultation. So make sure you wear your workout outfit, you bring you some water, and I always ask people, I'm going to get ready to learn a few things or to be reminded about a few things. And 15 minutes, we just get to know each other. I ask you, the first question I always ask a person, and when you ask certain questions, you already getting a profile of how this person, what makes this person ticks. It's like a profile. You know what I'm saying? And you get a profile. Ask if they say they love watching movies. I ask them what kind of movies they like. If they give me building a profile to, okay, this person is this way and this person is that way, or you got type C personality. So that the consultation, man, is very, very, very used. Be starting blind, and that way you can find out if the person got preconditions. They got tendonitis, if they had an operation in the last 6 months, or you need to learn everything you know about that person. So like I said, you can keep them safe, actually apply the program in a safe way, in an effective way, because you want to be effective. Grind a person to nothing. Because most people around here kill me. Now I know I got killed in my letterhead or my name head, but I don't kill, I heal. I said, take that word and switch it. I'm gonna kill you. Now we're gonna kill some fat, and we're probably gonna kill the part of you that's causing you to be here and causing you to be in this condition. But I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna heal you, because if I heal you, that really just puts everything I have a business, and I like
Right.
turning one client into 10 clients. Give them
Yeah.
a great experience, and you take care of them, they're gonna sing later. Meaning they're gonna get around how great of a person you are, and how great of a program you have, and
Yeah.
so that's a part of the business that I learned. You run a good business. McDonald's
Yeah.
McDonald's never go out of business because generation after generation. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah. You're right.
that's basically it, man. I say to anybody taking on a trainer, make sure they do that consultation first. If
Right.
they don't, be a little this person, because you may end up getting hurt, or you
Yeah.
may end with the person because they don't understand you, or you may get pushed in. So always do
Yeah.
that consultation, or make sure that client, has a consultation first.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Now I've listened to you earlier when you were saying that you train all ages. You train what you say starting at 5?
Oh,
How
man, as
old?
young as 5.
Yeah, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
I got sons that are active in sports. They playing football and all.
Yes.
Uh
Train athletes too.
yeah. So yeah, that sounds very interesting, man. Because I know a lot of trainers, man. They, there's I think it's just certain age limits they normally do. But
Right.
for you to
Right.
go with the youngsters like that, man, that's impressive, man. And I like to hear that. Um,
Well, hey, I was fortunate this nonprofit organization called Playworks,
mhm.
and they're stationed in California area. It's a lot of creativity come out of that area of the U.S., man. California and the Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
You will know what I'm talking about. But they trained me, government non-profit organization called AmeriCorps, and them
Hmm.
for about 2 or 3 years. And I actually became a recess coach for elementary school, pre-K
Yeah.
up into 5th grade. So they would come out to the playground, and the works had I had a big playbook about this thick, and it had games pre-K up to 5th grade. So every
Yeah.
day I would build up my lesson plan, and I would so everybody could play and be safe, and develop good skills. So because the problem that we were having was, the children would click up and they appear, or what I would call weak, or the shy kids, and the
Hmm.
dominant. You have kids, they would just control everything. And
Hmm.
so they brought my kids would go out on the playground and be productive. And so
Hmm.
our games were, we had a chance to be a, a winner. So
Yeah.
we had games that made you think, games that your athleticism was
Right.
in. So everybody had a chance to get that wasn't so fast, or couldn't run, or,
Hmm.
or couldn't jump as high. We had games be the winner, because it'd be times where it didn't matter if you could jump high. It didn't matter
Hmm.
if you. So that person who was used to winning and dominating all the typical games, they had
Yeah.
other folks win, and then it showed them how to have teamwork.
Yeah.
And a lot of the kids that were getting in trouble, they stopped getting in trouble,
Hmm.
because and play works in the program, and my image in school kept
Yeah.
some was used to getting in trouble. Even the teachers would come and say, "Man, whatever you're doing with using the name, please doing that, because he doesn't
Yeah.
get in trouble anymore. He stayed in. I didn't have to put him at the principal's office." So that program really helped shape my skills with dealing with kids.
Yeah.
So I deal with 5-year-olds, but I don't like going. I can go. Most kids that younger than that, their attention span is about
Mhm.
10 minutes. To
Yeah.
10 minutes, you have to kind of let them run amok a little bit, or just let them
Yeah.
free, and then pull them back. You can usually keep them engaged for about 30 minutes to
Yeah.
45 minutes. So really helped me uh, diversify my training skills, you brought up sporting athletes. They're easier.
Right. Yeah.
They're already programmed. I just need, all I have to do is that they need fine tuning, because they understand I gotta, I need to make sure that I come to this session and get the faster in my game, or I want to jump higher. So getting them to come in and dial, most of the time I don't have to say anything, or I don't have to do my usual ritual to get my geared up, ready to go, ready to train. So I love training athletes. I train tennis, golf, volleyball, basketball, football. I've like I said, I wanted my business to be diversified. I didn't want to just have one. If I do that, I would be more successful.
Yeah. So you do group sessions, right? You do group sessions?
I do semi-private sessions, and you see what I'm saying? So even though it looks like a group, I'm still training visually, but it's semi-private. So I don't like calling it a group. I do semi. Yes.
Yeah. So what the time limit on some of those sessions?
Sessions last about an hour and a half.
Okay.
And it may
I'm
run.
I'm getting the heads up. I'm getting the heads up. I'm getting the heads up.
Yeah. The only reason. The only that long because I do lectures while we're working out, or I every day. So if you are very, very green, or you're a rookie at the whole pro, take some time, or each session will take a little time. But on the average, it could last about but sometimes, like I said, it might run over to an hour and a half, man.
Yeah. I got a little rust, so
and
I
see, you take rest. I mean, I make sure we take breaks, let people know, look, you're not cheating if you rest. Rest in between from one session to the next until you exhaust yourself. Then you're really not going to pace yourself, and you got to make sure that you have a nice, decent pace. And I help people rusty, but they try to come back like they left 2 years ago. And your body, I'm not going to be able to do this right now. And it's a rude awakening. But we're going to make sure that you pace yourself. Because the last thing we asked you, when the last time you worked out? And this person is ready for this kind of intensity.
Yeah.
This person can handle this kind of intensity. And then what kind of intensity or what kind of pace a person could take. So if we're in the rotation and we're moving good after about 3 to 4, it'll take about an hour. You're going to do 30 minutes of cardio regardless, especially if you want weight loss. And
see, that's one of my biggest things. I actually just got an elliptical about over a week ago now, during the Thanksgiving
great piece
break.
of machine.
Yeah. And actually it was a giveaway. And I got lucky and got it, and wasn't nothing wrong with it. And that was a piece of equipment I've always wanted, an elliptical, because the treadmill is just a lot of pounding on my shins, man. And I really
the joints.
And I didn't want that. So I was fortunate enough to come across this piece of equipment and got it. I've been on it a little bit, man, and I like it because it works everything, man. I like it, man. I said, when I get my stuff together to come see you and join with you, I'll be a little bit more in shape. I'll be warmed up. So
people say that all the time, and I'm like, why you don't get in shape to come to me? It's like just on the day first, and then I'm gonna come to you. And the doctor gonna say, what do you need me for then? A lot. And it's best to just come as you are. Like the church, man. We're gonna. I'm gonna. You are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've learned if I more so to make you feel pain, you're gonna most likely stay. Now I have clients dying. That's easy. Any trainer could tire a person out. Any trainer could. But can you train their mind to uphold the program?
Yeah.
Can you train, look at the benefits of exercise and feeling good from the exercise?
Yeah.
Just having that longevity of success in the workout program or in your lifestyle. That's what I really, really focus on in my program. So I let people, we're going to start slow, or you're going to probably be sore, but it's not going to be that
Oh, yes,
sore. It's not going to be
it's
that kind of,
expected. It's expected.
right.
It's expected. Yeah. So
It's expected. You're going to be sore, but to where you're going to be comfortable enough to continue. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes now, if you're saying you got to get your mind right, I understand that part. Getting your mind. Man, look, I'm gonna go work out a little bit, or I'm gonna scrape the rust off and then come to you. That's probably want to let me and you scrape the rust off together.
I'm gonna come ready.
I'm
gonna come ready, man. So I'm gonna come ready because I know when it's time to go to the gym, it's time to go in and go to work. I've known a lot of us to go to the gym without a trainer now. Go to the gym and conversate most of the time when you need to be working out. And you'll easily get caught up in conversations if you don't, socializing and get caught up. And I found myself once upon a time doing that. And I was like, no, man, what are you coming here for? What are you coming to the gym for? I mean, this is what you come for? You're not doing anything. So I had to push myself and get really serious about it. And that's what I did. And
maximize your time.
Yeah.
I ask people, I said, look, that's why people, Jock, sometimes they always say I don't have, because they add that part to the working out. They'll come in, they'll and kind of burn a lot of time, and then you spending 2 hours in the gym, and you looking 2 hours to work out. No, you don't. You need to have about an hour. Now you got to include, you know what I'm saying, and you include that. But I would show in an hour or 30 minutes. I could show a client in 30 minutes. They come in, look, coach, all I got is 30 minutes. And I promise you, that 30-minute workout is just as a workout, especially when you get to be above 30.
Yeah.
Because I always age and I'll be 49 in 2 weeks. So it's funny you say you got to be 49 my next birthday.
Yeah.
And I always let people know that when you get to be around our age workout program, you got to change your length of time you work out. You have to change what kind of because I see guys in their late 30s, they trying to do things they were doing in their 20s. Injuries come. Or you get so sore you can't even move the next day and you gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you trying to do too much. So that trainer, we know 9 years old, he ain't worked out in 5 years. This is what would say he's capable of doing. You develop that and you have that in your training program. They show you how to measure that. So I ask people, maximize your time. If you make 30 minutes your time frame, you don't need 2 hours a day. Go in that 2 hours. But if all you got is 30, 45 minutes, including your maximize it. And that's when that professional such as myself can design a program for you.
Yeah. Now, since you was talking about that, about being all sore and all that, people doing stuff that they was doing maybe 10, 12 years ago, and they still trying to do it. I can remember back about 10 years ago. It's been right at 10 years ago. I got a friend that's a firefighter. Well, he was a firefighter at one time. And he used to come to the gym all the time, and I worked out with him a couple times, man. Bro, this guy, man, had me doing burnouts, man.
See?
The next day, I was good. I was good the next day.
The day after
the day after that, God, man, I was at work, man. I was at the 9 to 5. I thought I was going to have to leave. That's how bad it was, man. I was so sore, man. I was hurting bad. I'm talking about bad. I thought I had torn some stuff up, man.
That soreness, and that's really the the worst soreness you could get. Now, that's the easy one because it's going to usually heal in a couple of days. Muscle soreness, it usually take about 5 days or 3 to 4 days for that soreness to subside. And I've had clients, and no matter what I did, they still had that. And I had some of them go to the doctor, but they didn't call me, and they didn't really pay attention. You're going to be sore, you're going to be all right. But they felt like you. They was like, something's wrong. I understand my arms out, you know, because we'll do arms or something, and they arms are locked like. But after I talked to them, I said, look, every day you get better and get less and less and less, and then after about another two days, you'll be back. You don't get that sore again unless you get out of shape again. Once you get that severe, you usually don't. Now, if you're doing burnout sets, that's an advanced program. That's for somebody like me who's want to get my muscles to the limit of failure. Really want to be sore, and individuals like myself, bodybuilders, athletes, we love sore. People that don't work out or don't understand exercising, they look at you, but we understand what the soreness means and because the soreness that muscle is, once it recovers, it's stronger. It's the next burnout set, or it's ready for the next time you do that exercise. So we really appreciate my soreness. I've complained, but like I said, I understand what it means. I did a good one. I'm gonna do that workout next week. You know.
Yeah. My friend, man, I'm telling you, he didn't say nothing. The next day, I had went to the gym the next day, and I think I was just doing cardio because I was a cardio freak, and people would look at me in there. Man, I'd be on the elliptical in there. They'd be looking at me like, man, this dude here is. But I have my music. I would have my music on, man, and I'd be in my zone, and I would be burning, man. I'm talking. I lost quite a bit of weight doing my cardio, man, and I would hit the weights, and then before I leave, I would go do a little bit more cardio before I leave and get out of there, because that's how determined I was to burn off all the excess fat, you know. So
of course.
But my friend, man, he didn't say nothing that day. It was a couple of days later when I ran into him again, and when he saw me, he just fell out laughing because he already knew what was up. Yeah, he already knew what was up. So so he got me, man. He got me.
It's funny.
Yeah,
it is fun. It's like, you know, if you ever play sports and you laughing at that rookie.
Yeah.
When he finally, you know, get broke, he's going through something you went through, and you know he's suffering. That's why we laugh. When I laugh at my clients, I'm gonna be honest, and I let them know, look, I'm not laughing because I'm really appreciating that you getting to experience this, and they just shake their head and they're like, oh my, I'm gonna make it. And usually after a couple of days, they're back to we continue, man. But one thing I like to let people know at our fitness program is stretching.
Yeah,
flexibility is something that I'm seeing in all ages. They're stiff, and you don't suppose the natural body is stiffening up, man. That's going to turn into a lot of problems. And then when you're 60, you're going to have the body of an 80-year-old.
Yeah,
you see, because your joints are, if you don't open a door for 30 years and you open that door and it squeaks, the joints act if you don't stretch them. And our day-to-day over the phone, you know, on our phone, or your job, if you sit down, if you
you flexing, man. Don't make me look bad, man. Don't you flex? I see you flexing over, man. You make me look bad.
Hey, you got to show off the product, like you said. If you don't look the part, hey.
I should have photoshopped my body part right here, man. My body from my neck down. I should have photoshopped it. Look like T.O. or somebody, man.
Yeah, T.O. understand. He's on. You
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
he's preserving his youth, and that's
Yeah.
what I aim to do, and that's what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
stretching will keep yoga, Pilates. I know guys think that that's some soft feminine stuff, but our
Yeah.
pro athletes, wide receivers, basketball players, tennis, soccer, because it keeps them flexible and mobile. So,
Yeah.
to see a wide receiver in a yoga class, or a soccer player or a volleyball player doing Pilates on off season. You see, please stretch, man. You want to do your deep stretches at the end of the workout because your body. I want to do deep stretches in the beginning of the workout. You just want to kind of do some warm up movements. You're stretching for after your workout. So after you do that last session of cardio, it's doing the basic stretches from head to toe.
Yeah.
And like I said, and that cuts back on if you stretch. Stretching is a good soreness preventer as well. Everybody stretch. I can't say it enough. Stay flexible.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we always, as far as eating, you talk about the nutritional side and nutritional goals and the right things to put in your body, the right kinds of foods, the foods you stay away from that you don't need, that's not good. What are some of the foods we need to really just stay away from, and not only just working out purposes, but for life in general, period,
Well,
to stay
I've
healthy.
learned certain terms and certain phrases scare people psychologically. So I don't say this kind of stuff. I just let them know this is what this stuff does to your body.
Yeah.
And you come to me to get this result. Okay. So the three things that I always focus on to eliminate. First thing is bread. And the second thing is that doggone cheese.
I'm not no big fan of bread anyway, so I don't eat bread like that.
Well, then the second one is cheese. And the third one is the sugar, processed sugar, cakes, the cookies, processed chips.
Get caught up like that.
Right. And you have to watch your starches, the pasta, the rice. You have to watch potatoes, the white potatoes. If you already have diabetes, it's something you really just need to just set over to the side. And I always, if you have a balanced meal plan, you'll be okay. Because if I tell them it tends to take them too fast.
Yeah.
So what I do is teach them you're not going to have the taste for these things. You're going to probably eat them again, but you're in the same sensation. I tell a story a lot. I had a client, her name is Monica, and she needed to lose about 30, 40 pounds. So I was taking, she was like, look, I'm going to be honest. I love cheese conies from Sonic's. When she said, I love them. I eat them all the time. I said, look, I'm going to tell you what, you lose, you can go have that cheese coney. And she was like, for real? Good. So, and a half, almost 2 months. She lost the 10 pounds. And she immediately, around lunchtime, she immediately went out and bought a cheese coney. And she called me back about it. And she was like, man, those people up there, man, they messed up the cheese coney. It was too rich. It just didn't taste good. I think they overcooked it. I said, Monica, have realigned themselves. I said, you hadn't had nothing like that. Your taste buds didn't understand. It got used to you eating the meat had high salt, high fat, high cholesterol food. Man, what is this? So it showed her that if you continue to eat a certain way, be able to eat that stuff again, or you won't eat as much. So it becomes, but she was so upset, man. I laughed. She actually hung up in my face. I knew what was gonna happen. I said, now that first bite gonna be probably good, and then after she eat the whole stomach, her stomach gonna say, oh no, what are we doing here? Your body will reprogram. Michelle Obama came to Mississippi. I think it was 2015, 16. And she did it. And I listened to the seminar, and she said something that I never forgot. She said it takes 90 days to program your taste buds. So if you like a lot of salty, high rich foods, she said if you practice a healthy eating regimen, you will most likely won't go back to them foods like you did before. And absolutely correct. And I challenge anybody to do it. Spend some time eating clean, and then
I've done it before. I've done it
Sir?
before. When I was strictly on it, and I tried to, I had myself a cheat day. I would, pretty much eat whatever I wanted on my cheat day.
Right.
And I had tried a hamburger, man. Bought a hamburger, man. I threw that stuff up everywhere, man. Yeah, I got sick on the stomach, man. I got sick, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit of the practice. That's what I always ask people, man, have a sensible meal plan. Diet, the crash diets I call are a keto diet, flexible diet, Indian diet, Greek diet. Those things are good starters. But what I teach is for living. You see what I'm saying? Because you can only stay on those kind of crash diets. Only then you're gonna have to shift to a natural way of eating. And all I do is go over the first four basics that I always talk about. And if I give out a meal plan sheet, look at and study, or reflect, help you reflect. But the first thing on there, they say, so you want to eat, you want to make sure you eat when it's time to eat. Breakfast, it's time to have some type of breakfast. I don't care who it is. I've seen all types of fat, everything. But the ones that certifications teach and most nutritionists teach, we teach you need breakfast in the morning. And every 2 to 3 hours, you should be eating. Now we're going to talk about, and I showed them what the something is, but you want to never skip them 2.5 to 3 hours. Drink your daily intake of water. And how
that's
you
what that was another thing too.
200 pounds, huh?
That was another thing. That was another thing too about the water. Your water intake. How many,
if
how
you
much
200 pounds water.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you 200 pounds, just the easy way, you take you splice it in half, and whatever that half number is, you do that in ounces. And 80 pounds, you need 90 ounces of water. Once you lose weight, your water intake goes down. So that water intake is really the catalyst to retain water if it's not getting enough water. Because we 80% water. And water, you got water in your skin, water's in your hair, you got water in your cells, your bowels, so you have good bowel movements, you have good gut health. So that water, some people, some of my clients, they struggle with that. They have how much, drinking water, because one of the issues when we talk about it, how much water, 2 bottles a day, and they 230 pounds. So you drinking 16 ounces of 230 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And you wondering why? Because you don't feel good when you're dehydrated. You feel sick. You feel drowsy. You feel. Sometimes people think something wrong with them, and you just dehydrated. My mom used to always, Mom, I'm sick, and she said, "How much water you drunk today?" And I thought she was ridiculous about, asked me how much water I drank. She knew, and my mother, she knew that if you're going to feel okay. And when a person's not feeling good, the first thing you check is not. So she know how us kids are. We're romping around all day drinking soda pop, but you ain't drinking water. And we don't sweat soda pop. We don't sweat water.
Right.
So
Right.
I always that water is a big one. So I think I did number 4. You got never skip meals, eat every 2.5 to 3 hours, drink, and stay away from them 3 things I just named. The bread. If you do them 4, if you start out with them 4, I'm telling you, your body will start. You'll be like, wow.
Yeah.
I see things happening. So when you go ahead and eat Thanksgiving, you can go ahead and eat Christmas, but spend the rest of the year. You understand what I'm saying? So when Thanksgiving roll around, you most likely go into the gluttony stage or stuff yourself beyond beyond just going to eat enough. And this is instructions I give to all my clients before in the morning, and do your usual meal plan, because I always ask them, what time of the day do you do their Thanksgiving dinner? Some people do theirs at lunch, and some people like mine, we do ours in the afternoon or late afternoon. I say, if you're going to do it for lunch, get up in the morning, eat breakfast in the morning. Eat you a snack before you go to the family function. Time you sit down for lunch, you're not starving, because you know what happens when you starve. You tend to
you start you start
you
packing
skip breakfast, right? You hadn't eaten all morning, so you wait to indulge, so you're gonna overeat because you just went 6, 3, 4 eating, and you've been walking and running and doing stuff in your mind and eat food, so it's pulling from what you ate yesterday. So I get up and you do your normally meal plan up until Thanksgiving dinner within that safe range. You won't overindulge, and then your taste buds have changed. Of this, instead of having a big plate, you be like, ooh, I can't eat all of that. Or your plate is not finished, and you have to take it to go because your original plate. You see what I'm saying? So those are the habits and behaviors that my clients. So yes, do those for everybody, and I promise you, if you do those basics, your workout program, your nutrition, everything's just going to start blossoming, and then be creative, because it's so much information out there now. When I started, as prevalent as it is now, you couldn't just press a button and learn a meal plan, or what's the key to losing weight. You know what I'm saying? I do this for my clients. I'm like, look, you got every opportunity. You got to do is ask your phone. And they start laughing at me, because some people never even thought to do that. But they'll get on, they'll look up stuff that they trying to, if they're trying to look for a restaurant, they'll go on the internet to do that. Use this tool to study, and use this program to learn. Because a trainer job, all a trainer is a teacher. We're a coach and we're a teacher, and teachers teach, and these students, and I let the clients know,
it's up.
You're a student.
Yeah, that's right, because it's up to them to really want to pay attention and get it, and to better themselves, man. So it's just like hell, basically school. So so
It
to speak.
is. You paying your gym fee, or
that's a tuition, ain't it?
right. And when you go to college, I'm finna go learn something, and I have to get my clients into that mindset, because they have said what a gym and trainer process is, and they thinking it's more sweat and suffering. No, with the Fat Killer program, you're gonna learn first. We're gonna train your mind. Your mind, once you get in shape, but when you get out of shape, Jock, it's vice versa. Your body tell you to stop by and get that thing that you like to get every day, that that's making your belly, but you've trained your body to do what?
Yeah.
Have it every day or
Yeah.
have it in stock. Your body do what is programmed.
Go. Yeah.
So once the mind, your body falls back into its original position, which does what the mind tells it to do. And that's why they say out of shape or you let your terms are very, very true. Because I'm on the front line. I see people, they disconnect and their body is over here. Or you know that old song, no,
Yeah.
your mind is here with me, but
Your body, yeah. Your body is here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town.
your
Yeah.
mind is it. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's that simple once you get into the mindset of having a healthy program or having a healthy lifestyle. The part is very important. It's 80%, but I see people do 80% in the gym of the meal plan, and I'm looking at them like, now you know better than that. You know, you can work it out. You cannot work it off. The only way you can work it off if you're already at your weight you're supposed to be, you can probably work off that thing. 30, 40 pounds already overweight. Then you put on 10 pounds because of Thanksgiving. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's almost impossible. And then you cannot, it takes what, 3,000 calories to burn 1 pound.
Yeah.
So who gonna go calories? Nobody.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Very difficult. Now, somebody that's in the fitness, we could probably conjure that up throughout the day. And we know better than that. So you can't keep up with your calorie intake. You'll be working out 24/7. You won't even be able to sleep. Or you'll be in your sleep on the lip, and your body will just tap out. So to be balanced is, and come with your mind ready to learn. Make sure that trainer is going to teach you some client. If they've had a trainer before, what did you remember from that process? What did you remember? That way I know if they already know the key things or they didn't learn anything. It's a few times where that client said, well, we just worked out. And I'm like, do you remember that? Well, not really. I just did what they told me to do. Do you know what sets are? All the counting. Or she needs to do all the counting. So I'm like, okay, this person, we got to start from the scratch. Trainer didn't take the time out to say, look, this is how you count your reps. This is how this machine is called this. This machine works this body part. That's the thing that trainers are supposed to do with their client. But
preach, brother. Preach it.
Trainer. Yes, you get fitness trainers and you like an aerobics class. They're gonna work you out and say bye, because the aerobics teachers teach you proper form or have time to do that. So they train and they moving on to the next.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But when you're dealing with a personal trainer, such as my time out for you to learn as you get in shape. So you can maintain longevity and maintain it. Because it ain't nothing if you lose the weight. What's the experience like? Man, I remember when I gained 100, because you lost that 50, gained that 50 back, and then you gained another weight. When you do bring that weight back, you tend to gain more weight. So teaching people to be to keep it simple, the most simplest process. I'm like, sometimes we too smart and simplified. If you do it in a simplified way, you tend to adapt to it. So I like teaching more so than seeing this person, sweat or send push-ups and stuff like that. I rather them get it here first, and then automatically gonna get the results, man. You love to see the results too, Jock. I mean,
it makes you work even harder, man. When you start seeing those results, you look in the mirror, and man, you start seeing those results, man. That's how I
Motivation.
was. That's how I was, man. I couldn't
Yes.
even stay out of the gym. I was going every day just about, man. I was going on
Yes.
after work. I would go on Saturdays and Sundays, man. It was like no day off, man, because man, it motivated me. And I knew I needed to
Yes.
take a rest day,
Of
but
course.
I was so into it. I was so into it, man. And
Yes. Please take
yeah.
your rest. That individual like Jock.
Mhm.
That's fine. You can do that, but I take at least 2 days rest, especially when you get in your later years
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you get in your
yeah.
mid years, because you got a job, you got a family, you got kids, you
Right,
got extracurricular
right.
activities, and you want to be able
Yeah.
to take 2 days off, and your body will recover. So when you do go back, you're
Mhm.
more effective.
Yeah.
You'll be more energetic, and you're giving your muscles time to heal, and so you're giving your body time to recalibrate. So
Mhm.
take those rest days. Say no days off. What I mean by that is on your rest days, you really need to focus on your meal plan. Make
Yeah.
sure that you eating every 3 hours. You can make
Yeah.
sure you drinking water because you ain't going to the. You can focus on your meal plan. So on your meal plan, I say no days off, but days off.
Yeah.
But we're not going to work out every day.
Yeah.
We're going to do other exercises with the meal times with your thoughts. You want to
Mhm.
work this thing out or reflect on the week of this week.
Mhm.
What did I learn about this exercise this week? That's
Mhm.
another thing in athletes. That's why I like training athletes. They understand the mind game
Yeah.
and they focus. If I'm not focused, I tend to lose. And most athletes don't like
Yeah.
losing.
Now they
So
don't like
if we
losing.
lose, we gonna spend the off seasons doing what?
Mhm.
Getting that thing straight. So
Mhm.
I don't have that issue with that. Them training, making sure that they take they rest day with the other things. Some athletes they have to go to therapy on their off days.
Yeah.
They have to think. I want people to do and think about, especially when you get our age, because we got out in your
Yeah.
40s, you to put a few miles
Yeah.
on yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you need to do like your car. You got to go
Yeah.
chiropractor. It's something I always throw in there. 2 or 3, maybe depending on how you might have to go at least probably 12 times a month.
Yeah.
You also want to have a deep tissue massage therapist because you
Mhm.
get knots in your muscles. Your muscles get knots. It pulls on the joints, and you might think you got arthritis, but
Yeah.
all you have is a released, and your joints are saying, "Stop pulling on me." You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So they ache.
Yeah.
Massage therapists work the knots out. That that chiropractor is going to straighten out. Body will shift. You be
Mhm.
standing like this and don't even realize it. But that from training, they always give you an assessment. They like, stand up, let me look
Mhm.
at you. Tired
Mhm.
of each other, and you look, you
Yeah.
like, oh man, I didn't even know that because your body shifts out of line,
Yeah.
and once it shifts, your knees, your ankles, your hips,
Yeah.
and your shoulders get off. Your shoulders, your rotator cuff, your neck gets in the neck cause what? Headaches, migraines,
And
sinus
and,
headaches.
and, you, and you
So
know, since you said that, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you was talking about
go
the
ahead.
back thing too, because uh, I had an issue with my back, and I think, and a lot of it, the chiropractor I had to go to chiropractor,
Yes.
and he told me that my problem with my back was a lot of it was my wallet I carried in
Yep.
my back pocket. I was sitting on
Yep.
my wallet and had
Sitting on
my back
your
shit. Yeah,
hips.
yeah, yeah. And I
Yes.
had to go to
That's
chiropractor for a
something,
little while.
guys. We
Yeah,
seen our dads and grandparents
yeah,
with
yeah,
that wallet in there. I
yeah,
still do, but I catch myself. I'm
yeah,
like, man, I can't sit on this wallet because it's gonna.
yeah.
I did have a hip misalignment, but I didn't feel it in my hips. I felt it in my knees, and I was
Right.
wondering why my knees was acting up. My joints would pop out and
Hmm.
shift. I heard my ACL popped out and popped back in. It sounded like a cork. It scared me and my student. at the time. I
Yeah.
also teach martial arts. So
Yeah.
I was training a student doing my knee popped out of place and popped back in. And I knew something was wrong then because that has never happened. So my other knee, it started locking. Both of my knees at one time was in terrible shape. And I'm looking at myself like, man, because I'm used to having all my skills. I'm being able to jump,
Right.
squat,
Right.
but when I turned about 47, 48, my
Yeah.
body, my hips said, all right, go in and get some adjustments.
Yeah.
And I've been getting treatment for the last able to do most of the things that I was doing before my hips shifted. But I have to basically keep going to the chiropractor and the massage therapist. Not as much, but I'm gonna have to pay playlist. I'm gonna have to because when you get a certain age, everybody, you put out you getting rich to die trying, or you chasing the bag. Okay, you got chasing. And I have to say this to my clients when they tell me, well, I don't have time to work out, but you're showing breakdown.
Yeah.
And I'm like, once your body break down, all the stuff that you had of taking care of yourself, it's gonna wait anyway.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit down, or you don't have to stand there. Let's take care of the thing that has to do all the running. Let's take care of the thing that does help you get money, or take you to your job, or take you to drop your kids off and run them sports and stuff like that. You have to take care of the machine, man. This is just a machine, a beautiful machine that God made. So this works the same way. And if you don't take maintenance to that car, break.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
You'll be buying another one.
Now, let me ask you this too, about especially with working out. I'm with me. I'm type. I've never been wanted to be one of those that want to get bulky and all. I that's just
Me
not me.
neither. Me neither.
Just like to want to get a nice tone and have a tone, man. My gun showing a little bit,
That's
being
it. Yes.
noticeable. Uh, as far as proteins and all, what proteins would you prefer, man? Because with me, I have to kind of watch it with protein, any kind of with protein in whatever I eat, and especially the drinkable thing. I have to be
Right.
careful about that because I've had issues with kidney stones,
Yep.
and
Gotcha.
I've had those on two, maybe three different occasions. They're not nice for anybody that has had kidney stones. It's no joke. Uh, I try to, be careful about it. That's why I drink a lot more water and stuff, man, because I've tried to stay away from having another one of those episodes with kidney
Gotcha.
stone. And I
Right.
don't want to go through that no more, man. And
I
uh
understand.
yeah.
Right.
So what would you prefer for me to do as far as protein? Because I kind of have to kind of watch my protein intake. And that's why I know
Basically,
that.
I tell anybody, and this is what we're asked to do from certification. I always consult about nutrition, and they usually would nutrition is,
Mhm.
especially if you had kidney stones or some type of condition.
Yeah.
The reason why protein might affect your kidneys if you're not drinking enough water.
Mhm.
You need to make sure your kidneys have enough water so you can flush some of the excess that protein may cause.
Mhm.
So that's the first thing that I would do. I would make sure the one that treated you for your stones, I
Yeah.
would ask them, okay, grams that I should stay in a range, because the protein you should have a day is
Mhm.
1 pound per person. I mean per pound, or 0.0 per
Mhm.
pound.
Yeah.
So let's say if you 200 pounds, need to get about 200 grams of protein,
Mhm.
lean protein.
Yeah.
If it's not 200, if you do the 0.8, that's probably about 100 150 or 100 a day. So that's the scale we go by. But if you want to get somebody that understands how your body and your health, how it affect you, I would talk to my physician first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of out of the training. We know a little bit, but I heard a little knowledge sometimes can mess. They know what they're talking about, and they really don't. But that's the typical protein do I need a day. But I like having a pro blend protein because you got casein. One of them is a fast moving protein, meaning your body's going to burn it. Is the slow one, so your body will burn it when you're probably asleep or you're at rest. So I want to get both best of both worlds. So you see people doing the whey only, casein only. That's not my way. I always ask people. So we both can get. You can get both worlds. You can get the slow burn and the fast burn. Amino acids are very, very, very effective. I'm saying this just came to me trouble with the protein shakes. You could do amino acids because amino acids are protein chain together. You see what I'm saying? So you could do more, basically get your protein from your foods, your chicken, fish, and turkey, you know, or your and you could take as many amino acids if you want. There's really no measurements to amino acids.
Now, let me ask you this too, because when I first started losing weight, I was introduced to CLA. Have you ever taken CLA?
I remember, yeah. It's like an oil base. You know, I know CLA.
Yeah.
You still use
that's CLA. Yeah, that CLA, man. It really, man. I hadn't had no issue with CLA. I mean, never had no issues with it.
Man, I can.
I love it. I love it. I love it myself. You know.
Yes, I can remember when it hit when it hit. I think it was early 2000s.
Yeah.
It became popular. I remember when you see, but creatine is a weight gainer. Use weight, but you need to use very little of it because creatine needs water.
Yeah, you have to cycle.
You need a lot of water.
Right? You have to cycle it up.
No, not now. The early versions, they wanted. They're so advanced with it. You don't have to cycle them out.
Yeah, okay.
But they still have those brands. You can find a brand where you don't have to cycle it. You can take it every day on a normal basis. Great alternative if you don't want to do the protein shakes.
But you
can do amino acids.
But you got to drink plenty of that.
Yes. You need that juice. You need that water, man.
Because it's good for your hair,
everything, man. Yes, sir. Yes.
Man, bro, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. It's been a great conversation.
You having me.
I know we could go on for hours.
Orders is like they still going.
Yeah, because I got some other questions, but I'm away. It may be a part 2 coming up real soon, man.
That'll be good. Okay, let's do a part 2.
Yeah, we'll do a part 2, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because we're about an hour in now, so
yeah, we're over an hour. Yeah.
Say
Hey, but before you go, man, give everybody a rundown on how they can find you and your location. Of course, I got your location anyway here, so I'm gonna put it up on the screen. So give everybody your rundown on how to find you, man, if they want to get in touch with Marvin Williams.
Well, man, you can find me on Facebook. I do have 2 pages. Marvin Williams Fat Killer page, and I have a Marvin Williams page. You could do either one. Look at my Marvin Williams one more often. You'll see the profile pic on there, and the one that has Fat Killer. I think I have my Fat Killer name up there, but you can find me on Facebook under Marvin Williams or the Fat Killer. You can find me on IG Marvin Williams. I think it's 3769. I had to get a new hat. So I haven't changed the name yet.
Yeah.
So my new Williams 3769. I believe. I hope so. My license LUVY JURBODY 4 LI good old AOL.com. So you can find me on any of those outlets, and I'll be, I'm always checking my messages. Generation in Madison, you could always, all you gotta do is look us up and just stop by and say, look, I come check you out. My consultations are free, so you don't have to pay anything to come. Thank you. Plantation Code, Madison. Yes, that's me, man. Appreciate it, Jock.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
like I said, once you message me, I will give my number to you. It's not gonna give it out on here, Jock, but if you messenger me or message me over social, kind of get to know each other, and I'll probably end up giving you my number so we could hope, I want to say this too, Jock, before you leave. I do virtual training, Duo, Discord. I use all outlets, just like we're doing this, bring you anywhere in the world.
That's what's up, man.
It doesn't matter if you can't get to me. You can go to your own gym. You put your eyebuds in. You put your phone where I can see you, just like if I was standing there. So that works very, very well. I know it, but I used it really a lot in COVID because I wanted to keep my people business up. So you can't.
You know what though? I think I saw Common was doing that. They was doing that, man, on the IG page back some time ago, where they was doing virtual, doing the thing, and they was exercising.
Right.
I think it was Common and a couple, one or two more other people, and then this other person, the trainer, was on the other side. So I think I saw something like that, man.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
These things, man. I'm like, there's no more time, or they can't come to me, and I give them this option, and they still tell me, well, you want to train. They ain't ready, because there really no excuses now, Jock. We got all the technology, and all we need is a little time and an open mind.
Right. Bro, I appreciate you coming on, man. Got to do it again. Part two coming real soon, man.
Part 2.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Marvin. Appreciate you, brother. Peace out, man.
I'll see you at part 2, brother.
All right, bro.
Peace.
All right, my man Marvin Williams, man. This guy is a genius, man. He's a genius. Appreciate him coming on the show, man. Great conversation. Man, we could talk for hours, man. This guy, man, we talk fitness, man. Hey, he's gonna talk. He's gonna tell you some stuff. So, all right, gonna take a quick 30-second time out. Be back, man. 30 seconds. All right, we're back. More of the solo show. About to wrap this thing up, man. It's been a great over an hour or so, man. We hour and 13 minutes down into it, man. But I enjoyed the conversation. I want to definitely thank my man Marvin, man, for coming by and chop it up with me. We're gonna do a part 2 eventually down the road, so y'all stay tuned for that. All right, for any guests that want to be a part of the Jock Johnson podcast, the solo show, have any questions or comments, hit me up on IG at The Real Jock Johnson. Also, you can check me out here on my YouTube channel at the Jock Johnson Podcast LLC. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, you can check me out every Tuesdays starting at midnight on 216 The Blend, live 365 Radio, Cleveland, Ohio. You can catch me at midnight, 9 a.m., and then again at 9 p.m. Eastern. Also, you can check me out on my Facebook page at Jock Johnson. Also, you can check me out on my Twitter page at the Jock Johnson Podcast LLC. And then you can also check me out on TikTok. Yeah, the Jock Johnson Podcast. And of course, you can hit me up in my email at jockjpodcast@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Love to get you on the show. All right, that's about going to wrap it up for yours truly, the mastermind behind the mic, the podcast Unc. Always remember, do what you love what you do. I'm out, y'all.